Hey guys, welcome back. SimUK here, and we got some sort of little icon here. I don't really know what that means. What does that mean? Does that mean I've unlocked free play? Perhaps that's what that means. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to 1943-44 Italy, and I feel like we're learning each time we make a mistake, each time we run into a battle and don't do so well, we learn a new lesson. So that's good. The ruined city of Altona, dubbed Little Stalingrad, has become a fortress. Rubble, machine guns and snipers create deadly kill zones. The city must be isolated and taken. Sounds like we're going to run into our first set of snipers. What do we got here? Skiing party. A Canadian armoured unit skied to the rescue of a snowbound British reconnaissance unit in the Apennine Mountains on the Adriatic front. Men prepare to leave. A truck brings them to the base of the mountain. They ski and pull sleighs. They arrive at the British post and are greeted by the men. Canadian Army newsreel number 28. Let's take a look.
Two outposts of a British recce unit got snowbound in a rugged mountain position on the Adriatic front. British Corps headquarters sent out an urgent call for a ski party to carry food and medical supplies to the stranded men. A Canadian armored unit volunteered to leave their tanks and take the skis. The first lap of the rescue is made in trucks and jeeps to a town in the foothills. Rear base is reached in the afternoon, and the men are completely outfitted with ski equipment. Yes, they still have ski toggery in Italian shops.
Huh.
The men hardly have time to fit and wax their skis before they're off again. In the Apennine Mountains isn't much like the Laurentians or the Canadian Rockies, but the tankmen enjoy finding their ski legs again. The rescue parties are warmly received by the men of the recce unit, and things aren't as grim as first believed. Canadians relieve a 75% food shortage and get in a lot of skiing on the side.
I can say it didn't look all that snowy there for a bit. Okay, good stuff. Let's look at the telegram. Eastern Italy, Adriatic coast, Aragon Castle, Basilica of St. Thomas the Apostle, Deepwater Port beaches. Located at a strategic point on the Adriatic coast, it features a deep water port, allowing it to act as a base for heavy wartime ships. It has two important historical structures, the Basilica of St. Thomas the Apostle, which houses several of his relics, and Aragon Castle, a massive defensive structure. After, Aragon Castle, then functioning as workshop and powder storage, was heavily damaged when it was hit repeatedly by bombs and grenades from both sides, causing the structure to explode and rain rubble everywhere. Infantrymen of the 48th Highlanders of Canada dealing with the German counterattack. San Leonardo di Altona, Italy, 10th of December 1943. Apologies for my enunciations. Private M.D. White of the Loyal Edmonton Regiment, observing from a defensive position, Col d'Anchais, Italy, 26th of October 1943. I swear to God I'm making this up as I go along. Infantrymen of the Loyal Edmonton Regiment operating a number 18 wireless set outside regimental headquarters, Altona, Italy, 21st December 1943. Personnel of the Loyal Edmonton Regiment digging out Lance Corporal Roy Boyd, a comrade who was buried alive for 3.5 days in the wreckage of a demolished building, Altona, Italy, 30th of December 1943. Did he survive? It's buried alive for 3.5 days. Good Lord. Okay. Overview. Canadian and British forces push north along the eastern Adriatic coast into the Morro River Valley. Tacticians did not expect the Germans to make a stand in the moderately-sized city of Ortona. Rivers provided more defensible positions and the city could be cut off if the highway north of it was seized. Fortunately, the press made reference to Ortona as a miniature Stalingrad, thus making the strategically valueless city important for propaganda reasons. Ortona is heavily fortified with the narrow streets covered in rubble. Machine guns and snipers do not attack it head on. The Germans may fall back later in the day, so we move around, cut off any of their... move around, cut off... I think it's a typo. So move around and cut off any of their retreat via the highway to Torre Muccia. Naval artillery will arrive later to augment your final push into Ortona itself. A little bit tongue-tied there, but I think we get the general idea. So we have Ortona Old Town, Ortona New Town, a lot more objectives now. San Leonardo, Torre Muccia, location 2, Hill location, which is location 4. That's going to be relevant. Probably if we can mount something there, or at least get an overview there, we'll be able to see what's going on in the tower. I'm a bit worried about snipers if we're up here, but we'll see. We'll deal with that at the time. Battalion of Fallschirmjäger snipers, artillery and anti-tank guns. Ortona will be heavily defended. There are reports of enemy snipers roving the surrounding countryside. Additionally, there is an enemy artillery battery outside the city that may be vulnerable. Use scouts to destroy snipers, move around Ortona and capture Torre Muccia to cut off the enemy's retreat later. Taking Ortona will be difficult until naval artillery arrives. Anti-tank guns can bombard enemy positions. Alrighty. So why are these flashing like this? What? Oh, is it just... Oh, there is something about these guys. I don't know what. What does this mean? Their sight range has increased? Ah, these are like boosted. Oh, once you click on them... I think it means they've got like boosted something. I don't know. I really don't. Right, so we want some scouts, but we can't put scouts in there even though it told us to work with scouts. So let's go scouts, anti-tank guns, reliable, and some infantry. Let's 4 infantry we have to get in there with. Let's go reinforcements, trigger happy guys, and defensive guys. These guys are ranked up. Okay, pretty much just guessing what I'm doing here, but let's get stuck in.
48 Highlanders Infantry reporting in the call sign table. We're at India 14. Riflemen ready to do our part.
India 14. Okay, chaps. Is that all we have right now? Let me just double check here. What have we got to do? Hold Ortona Old Town. Hold Ortona New Town. And every Axis unit that reaches Torre Muccia. We really need to put some sort of... Can I change the angle? Really feel like I need to be able to change the angle. Let me just check here. Controls. Aha! Tilt up and tilt down. You can do it. No? Oh, if you're fully... Wait, it wasn't working 2 seconds ago. But now it is. Okay. Thank goodness for that. Right, that's going to make life a lot easier for me. But the issue is I'm not going to be able to see the radio so well, so I'm going to try and tilt up a little bit so I can see the radio. Okay, so this is going to be important. We want to get some units up here to block this off, and we need to take these two. This is not, it's not even an objective, is it? Really isn't important, this at all. So we don't want to go head on from either of these locations. I think we're going to get sniped to bits. Let's go to the bridge and start from there, I guess. Here we go. Start mission.
Yes, right away, sir. Starting operation.
Able, go to Hotel 13. Move to Hotel 13.
Able here. Moving to Grace Hotel. 4.
Able, move to Hotel 13.
Able here. We're already at that location.
Really good. Well done, guys.
Able here. Sniper! Cover!
I thought as much. Sniper on the bridge. Able is under sniper fire. Deploy your reserve scouts. Use the briefing clipboard or voice commands. Deploy reserve. I always forget about this. Scouts. Deploy reserve. Scouts.
HQ here. Deploying reserve scouts. Fourth Princess Louise Dragoon charged out. Reporting for duty.
Scouts can spot camouflaged enemies. Use them to hunt down and destroy enemy snipers. You may have to order units to move in the direction you think the hidden enemy is. Fox, move to Golf 12.
Off here. Roger. Move. Able here. Got off another officer. Someone kill a sniper.
Able, report status.
Able here. You're engaged at all. 12. Assisted by Fox. We're fighting alligator at 11. We're flexible.
Fox, report location.
Off here. We're at Gulf 12.
Able, report location.
Able here. You're at Foxtrot. Enemy alligator at Delta 11. Heading west. Firing on us or outside our range. You can either short or fall back.
Fox. Fox, move to Echo 12.
Off here. Over the ground.
Fox, move to Echo 12.
Back alley. Off here. All right. Red Echo 12. Able here. Get more Fox going. Don't move until the garage left up.
Able, move to Golf 11.
Able here. Every local gun has under fire.
Fox, report status.
Off here. We're engaged at Foxtrot 11. And are supported by Able. At Echo 9. In combat against alligator. At Fox Royal Winnipeg Rifle. Infantry. Sally. Here. You can call us Baker. We're at Lima. Force Station. Always
Baker is an
down
infantry
to the
battalion. Battalions consist of 4 companies and deal more damage and have higher morale than infantry
Off
companies.
here. Enemy snipers
Okay.
eliminated. Good riddance.
Infantry battalions comprise of 4 100-man infantry. Have I got time to read this? Is the timer still going? I thought it was. Fox, report location.
Echo 12.
12. Able, report location.
Able now.
Able, report location.
Able here. Rally that. We're at Hotel 7.
At location real estates. Here you go.
Stupid ass phone. Hotel 7? Did she say? What? Able, report location. That was my phone kicking off.
Hotel 7.
How the hell did they get all the way over there? So there's Bear here. Alright, so these guys. Fox, move to location 1.
Off here. You can count on us to capture San Leonardo.
Able, move to Fox 1.
Reporting in. It's call sign Charlie, we're at Kilo 14. Ready to knock out some Panthers.
Baker, move 2, Lima 12.
Baker here, Lima 12, get in.
It's getting pretty intense now.
Baker here, we've arrived at Lima 12.
Charlie, move 2, Lima 12.
Charlie here, moving the grid, Lima, we're here at Lima 12.
Fox, report location. Fox, report location.
Fox here, we're at Echo 11.
Able, report location.
Cable here, we're at Post ILS of some infantry, reporting for duty. Will be Dog, we're at India 40. Infantry are ready for the dirty work.
Able, move 2, Echo 7.
Cable here, moving to.
Able, move 2, Echo 7.
Cable here, alright, heading to grid, Echo 7. Dog here, we've arrived at Go 11.
Jolly good, Dog. Dog, go to location 1.
Dog here, form up. We're at Cable here. Get to cover, we're under heavy artillery fire.
Fox, report location.
Fox here, we're at Echo 11.
Why are you still at Echo 11? Fox, go to location 1. Move to location 1.
Fox here, moving out to San Leonardo. They'll be expecting us.
Dog, report location.
Dog here, we're at Echo 10.
Able, report location.
Cable here, you're at Foxtrot 8.
Fox, report location.
They're doing what? Cable here, you're getting slaughtered out here.
Able, report location. Able, report status. Fox, move to Delta 8.
Fox here, Delta 8, it is. Fox here, we're calling back to stay disengaged from an enemy.
Fox, report location.
Fox here, we're at Echo 10.
Dog, report location.
Dog here, we're at Echo 10.
Baker, go to location 1. Baker, move to location 1.
Baker here, Roger. Heading to San Leonardo.
I hope they don't go this way. Baker, report location. Baker, report location.
Baker here, we're at Lima 10. We're headed to San Leonardo.
No. Baker, move to Golf 10. Golf 10.
Baker here, all right. Heading to Grand Home 10. Down here, we have sends and last unpacking.
Dog, go to location 1. Fox, move to location 1.
Dock here, we're being shelled hard here. Dock here, San Leonardo. Yes, understood. Able here, radios are back up. We sure missed us out of here, boys. We're at India 8.
Able, go to. See it. Able, move to location 2.
Able here, consider Total Mucha to be ours.
Dog, move to location 2.
Doc here, form up. We're attacking.
Fox, report location.
Fox here, we're at Echo 11.
They moved back again. I want them to go here. Juliet 8. Fox, move to Juliet 8. Juliet 8.
Fox here, Roger, moving to Hill.
Baker, report location.
Baker here, we're at Hotel 10. On our way to Hall 10. Doc here, there's a herd of sheep in...
Interested in a herd of bloody sheep.
Baker here, we're here at Hall 10. Fox here, we can see infantry at location 3. Fox here, arrived at Hill.
Fox, dig in. Dig in. Why can't they dig in?
Table here, you got certain to make them down here. Rivals, move left. Brendan code here and here.
Oh, there's a lot of
Table
people.
here, got the cover! Where are those dogs coming from?
Baker, move to location 3.
Baker, dog here, get to FX zone.
Dog, report location.
Dog here, we're at 5.
Abel, report location. Abel, report location. I think they've both been wiped out, I don't
Dog
know.
here, we're taking a meeting out here.
Dog, retreat.
Dog here, grab the wounded and let's go.
Baker, report location.
Baker here, we're at Hotel 8. We're en route to location 3. Dog here, and we're at Echo 6.
Dog, move to Delta 5. Delta 5.
Dog here, Alpha 5, it is.
No, you moron.
Dog here, Roger, moving to Delta 5. Got a visual on Eagle and Structure 4.
All these bloody things get in the way of the map. It's so annoying. They need to pop up here somewhere so they're not in the way.
Dog here, get some info.
Dog, dig in.
Dog here, Baker here, try to find it. Dog here, get to cover. We're under heavy artillery. Baker here, get down! We're being shot from an unknown position!
Abel, report location. Report location. Good. Looks like Bear is firing. Dog, report status.
Dog here, we're engaged at Delta 6. We're firing upon Eagle and Echo 4. We also have reports of enemy here and Structure 4. Losses are mounting quickly here.
Baker, report status.
Get the cover! Where are those shots coming from? We're engaged at Kilo. Starting with light dog here. We're being shown hard here.
Fox, move to Lima 9.
Fox here. All right, integrate Lima 9.
Actually, no. Fox, move to Juliet 5.
Fox here. A2.
Baker, report status.
Baker here.
Fox, report location. Fox, report location.
Fox here, we're at Kilo 8. We're headed to...
Headed to... Fox, report status.
Fox here, we're at Kilo 8. On our way to taking minor casualties. Our code,
Fox, move to Juliet 5.
Fox here, Juliet 5. It is.
Dog, report status.
Down here. Fox here, clear up in the main street. Take to the side street.
Dog, move to Charlie 4. Abel, report status. Baker, report status.
Naval guns at the HMCS.
Easy. Fire on location 3. Fire location 3. Easy. Fire barrage at location 3.
Easy here. Coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at Lima 7.
Fox, report location.
Ah, we fucking engagement. Fox here. We're falling back with stay disengaged from an enemy. Easy here. I'm getting reports that did some real damage. Anchor here. We captured. Location 3. Anchor here.
Easy.
Can no longer see. Cheetah. They were last seen at November 8th. Heading southeast.
Easy. Fire barrage at Lima 4.
We're here at location 3.
Easy. Fire barrage at Lima 4. Lima 4. Easy. Fire barrage at Lima 4.
Easy here. Roger. Dropping shells on Lima 4.
Baker, report location.
Anchor here. We're at location 3.
Fox, report location.
On target. Fox here. We're at Kilo 7.
Fox, move to Juliet 5. Juliet 5. Juliet 5. Fox, move to Juliet 5.
Fox here. Roger. Moving to. We can see Falcon at Ortana Old Town.
Easy. Fire barrage at Lima 4. Lima 4.
Easy here. Raining thunder down on Lima 4. Fox here. And eyes on. Easy here. Forward observers report that fire mission was successful.
Fox, report location.
Fox here. We're at Juliet 5.
Fox, report status.
We lost sight of. We're at Juliet 7. We got a few wounded, but nothing serious. Got a visual on infantry at Juliet 4.
Baker, move to location 5.
Baker here. Form up. We're attacking Ortana Old Town.
Fox, move to Juliet 5.
Fox here. A2.
Fox, move to Juliet 5.
Fox here. HQ here. Locals are claiming enemy troops have moved into location 3. Baker here. Streets are covered in machine guns. We've started now tolling and are moving from building to building.
Easy. Sustain barrage at Kilo 4. Kilo 4. Easy. Fire barrage at Kilo 4.
Easy here. Artillery firing at Kilo 4.
Dog, report status.
Down here. We're at Delta. Easy here. That was a hit. Keep those coordinates coming.
Easy. Fire barrage at Kilo 4. Dog, move to Delta 2.
Doc here. Roger. Moving to Delta 2.
Fox, report location.
Fox here. We're on Juliet 7.
Fox, go to, move to, Juliet 5.
Fox here. A2.
Fox, move to, Juliet 5.
Fox here. It is. Fox here. We're on Juliet 7. We're en route 2. Taking minor casualties. Over the grid. Juliet 5.
Baker, report location.
Baker here. We're at Cortana Old Town.
Baker. Easy. Fire barrage at Lima 4. Easy. Fire barrage at Lima 4.
Easy here. 4S confirmed. Firing barrage at Lima 4.
Fox, report location. Fox, report location.
Easy here. Fox here. We're on India 7.
Why the hell are you there?
Fox here. All right. Integrate. India
Dog,
5.
report location.
Doc here. We're at Delta 2.
Dog, move to location 2.
Doc here. Stay frosty, everyone. Heading to Doromakia.
Abel, report status. Still nothing. Fox, report location.
Fox here. We're at Doromakia.
Fox, dig in.
Cortana Old Town is ours now.
Fox. Fox, move to location 5.
Fox here. Consider Cortana Old Town to be ours.
Baker, move to location 3.
Fox here. Baker here. Moving. Here. The enemy is desperate and is starting to pull all units back. Don't let them escape.
Dog, report location. Dog, report location. Dog, report location. Report location.
Doc here. Enemy artillery in range. Time for some payback. Doc here.
Easy.
Dingo. Favor and
Fire barrage at Gulf 3.
Easy here. Roger. Dropping off here. Started house-to-house fighting.
Dog, dig in.
Doc here. Easy here. Yeah, that was a direct hit.
Echo, easy. Fire barrage at Gulf 3.
Doc here. Easy here. Raining thunder down on Gulf 3.
Baker, report location.
Baker here. Easy here. Barrage is off target. Please recheck your coordinates.
Easy. Fire barrage at Gulf 2. Baker, move to location 3.
Baker here.
Fox, report location.
Fox here. We're at Cortana Old Town. Get the last one.
Fox, hold position.
Cortana Old Town. Down. Hold up.
Baker, report location. Baker, report location.
We're at Cortana Old Town.
Baker, report status.
Baker here. We're engaged at Cortana Old Town. We're fighting. At location 3. Still good. It's still good.
Easy. Fire barrage at location 3.
Nearly over. Easy here. Artillery firing at Lima 7. Baker here. There's more where that came from.
Dog, report status.
Real Doc here. We're at Durham. Off here. Heavy trail walking to an ambush position. Glad I'm not there.
Baker, move to location 3.
We're already at the location.
Baker, dig in.
Off here. No longer speed. Buckle. Coming right up.
Easy. Easy. Fire barrage at Juliet 4. Juliet 4.
Easy here. We're not equipped to perform that action. Easy here. Coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage and all. Easy here. Woo! Completely destroyed enemy company. Easy here. Bombardment was on target. Easy here. Roger. Dropping shells on India 4.
Charlie, move to location 5.
Easy here. Getting reports, we need to adjust our aim.
Easy. Fire barrage at Hotel 3.
Easy here. Raining thunder down on Hotel 3. Easy here. Can you confirm those coordinates? I don't think we hit anything.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're engaged. Again.
Easy. Fire barrage, Golf 2.
Anchor here. Looks like the operation is successful. Nice work, everybody. HQ here. We're done here. Unit leaders report for debriefing.
Not too bad. Some shaky moments, but not too bad. How many infantry did we encounter? There were 2, 3, 4, 5.
We took a real beating here, sir.
I'm going to say 5, no tanks.
Charlie here.
1 artillery,
Maybe we'll get some action next time.
1 sniper.
Doc
2.
here. Those damn replacements. You've got to kill. Easy here. Artillery battery still operational. Where's our next target?
Felt like there were more.
Boss here took a few losses, but it could have been worse.
Did we do it? Oh, got -2 on the last thing. Able were completely wiped out. That's a bit of a shame. But everyone else survived, so not a total disaster. Let's watch the replay. I do like watching the replay. I apologise if you don't. But yeah, I really do. Really helps me the next time I play as well. So as suspected, on the bridge, well, he wasn't on the bridge, but he was covering the bridge, a sniper. Kind of felt like we were always going to walk into that. So there was anti-tank up there. Hotel 3, that's interesting. Start it. See, we didn't move Fox far enough up to actually engage with Alligator, which was a bit of a mistake. Abel pushed on, past the sniper, took some absolute beatings there. And then Abel retreated to a different location. We did deal with that sniper. Didn't really get confirmation of that, I don't think, but anyway. Then Fox tried to push on Bear. Tried to get Able to support them, but I was having some difficulty getting Able to move, I think. Finally got them to flank. And then they took another bombardment, which is pretty nasty. Probably a good idea not to have 2 lots of units in one location, I'd say. Yeah, Able definitely took a bit of a bashing, didn't they? A bit of a standoff there with Bear. Looks like we couldn't really get into them. Finally pushed them back, and then I think they left and then bombarded it, which is actually a well-known tactic. I think as they're moving around, it would really help if it tell you who they are. So that's Dog. The Dog took an absolute slamming up there. Baker very slow to get into the fight. Dog pulled back, flanked round, which is a good, again, tactical move. Taking another bombardment there, Dog. I think that's when I got them to dig in, which was probably the best thing I did over there. It's definitely getting bombarded heavily. Wow, Dog really taking a lot of punishment over there. Baker equally getting a bit of punishment, but at least it's sharing it out between the two companies. Fox, I could not get Fox to move up here for love nor money. I'm guessing it was the engagement with Cheetah that was causing that problem. But obviously, as soon as Easy arrived, everything turned in our favour. Pushed the enemy out. I knew there were going to be a problem. I didn't actually think about defending Charlie. Should have considered that maybe. Obviously, this is the big problem here. So they took double bombardment and survived. We didn't actually take them out, which is interesting. But then we pushed Baker up and finally got Fox to move up. And they retook Old Town, sneaking around the coastline. Dog finally pushing up after having been dug in for quite some time. Their units obviously moved all the way back here. I had no idea where they were at this point. And actually we engaged them and pushed through into location 2 pretty easy. A lot easier than I was expecting. Not sure what happened to Tango 3 over here. Tango 2, sorry. Just kind of didn't engage. So they all tried to escape back to there. Easy gave them an absolute thumping, which is great. A couple of units escaped to the side. Not sure what's going on with Tango 2 there. They don't appear to be attacking us or anything. Something is going up, 89%. Perhaps they were digging in. Quite possible they were digging in, I suppose. Second fight for Newtown. And interestingly, we didn't wipe them out. They pulled out. But they could have gone and taken San Leonardo again. Interesting. A lot of artillery coming down, but not where we needed it.
Your time's almost up. Remember your objectives.
So one unit reached Torre Mocchia. Just one unit got past us. I guess that's the guys who weren't attacking us. I don't know. Okay. Let's move on. Mrs. Morin. I call myself General this time as opposed to Colonel, which I got wrong last time. Apologies, Mrs. Morin. Apologies. Oh my. Bells toll in Ortona. In Italy, CBC correspondent Peter Stusberg speaks of the destruction of St. Thomas the Apostle Cathedral and of the loss of lives. A man rings a bell without a rope, Dom Perio di Povio, and soldiers go to an Ortona church. Canadian Army Newsreel number 29. Let's do it.
This is Peter Stusberg of the CBC reporting from the Italian front. For the dead of Ortona, the bell of its cathedral, the Cathedral of St. Thomas the Apostle tolled. For the Canadians who died in taking the town, for the Germans who fell defending it, and for the dust and ashes of the cathedral itself, the bell tolled. For the living as well the bell tolls, calling them to prayer. The priest, Don Pietro di Fulvio, has fixed up the sacristy as a chapel, and now between the rows of white cupboards where the holy vestments were kept, there is an escape from the world outside, from the regular enemy shelling that is continuing to bring death to Ortona. On December the 21st last year, which happened to be the feast of St. Thomas, the Germans mined and blew up the cathedral, not because of the legend, but because the clock tower might serve as an observation post. A single bell calls the people to the little chapel in the sacristy, which is all that remains of the cathedral. They don't toll them often, because the vibration shakes loose the bricks in the battered belfry. But here they are tolling now for the other St. Thomas, St. Thomas Aquin.
I find all this really adds to the immersion. It's cool, I like it. Ortona was selected for its strategic location as a deep water port with access. The Allied forces could shorten their supply lines and pressure the interior of Europe. 3 regiments of Canadian troops battled a regiment of German paratroopers in hard-fought house-to-house fighting in order to maintain safe cover. Canadians blasted holes in the walls of structures in their effort to fight house-to-house. Termed mouse-holing. The battle was politicized, so both sides fought hard to give very little, as national reputations were at stake. Trooper J.W. McConnell, Three Rivers Regiment, examining a knocked-out German PZKPFW3 tank. Or Tiger 3. San Leonardo di Ortona, Italy, 20th of December 1943. Examining a disabled tank, number 2. Oh, there's not much of that tank left. Goodness me. Molson, Dieppe, Casa Berardi, sulla ruta di Ortona. Apologies. No description with this one. Sorting of mail for personnel of the Loyal Edmonton Regiment near Ortona in Italy, 21st December 1943. What is this? That looks like a Sherman to me. Or maybe a Pershing tank, M26 perhaps? Looks a little bit too big to be an M4, but it could be. It's difficult to tell, I think, for me. Troopers of the Governor General's Horse Guards at an outdoor shop in the Via Roma, Naples, Italy, 27th of December 1943. Or the CDN Recce Regiment. Okay. Oh, you can flick through the pages. Do you know I hadn't spotted that before? I bet I probably could have done that with a few different things. Interesting. Okay, let's continue A. Gustav Line. Rome lies at the end of the Liris River Valley. Between it and us is a number of defensive lines that have repulsed attacks from British and Indian troops. The Canadians have been secretly transported across the mountains to help break the line. Tanks and artillery are used to aid Indian units in an all-out assault. This one's going to be tough. The last one was tough. Close-ups from Italy. Pamphlet propaganda is loaded into shells and aimed at the German soldiers. A memorial cross is erected in the Agira cemetery in Sicily. Mud makes road travel difficult. Cooks take a refresher divisional cooking course and learn how to make and cook with an improvised oven. Canadian Army newsreel number 27. I'm sure we've had 27 a few times.
One of the big features of the warfare in Italy, as on every other front, is a psychological warfare carried on by both sides. These pamphlets, with news of the Russian breakthrough in the Pripyat marshes, will make rather startling reading for the German soldier who has been lulled into a false belief that all is well on the Eastern Front. This may not be the safest way to deliver the morning paper, but it's very effective. In the cemetery, overlooking the town of Agira, scene of the grimmest fighting the Canadians encountered in Sicily, a memorial cross has been erected. It commemorates the gallantry of the men who gave their lives in the Sicilian campaign. Far from the shores of their beloved country, it is a place that will remain forever Canada. Peacetime travel posters invite you to sunny Italy, where beauty and romance abound. Beautiful roads winding through country unsurpassed for scenery. Well, this is Italy, and here is some of the scenery, and this is the romance. The sun has probably been taken over by the Nazis.
What a thing to say.
At a divisional cooking school somewhere in Italy near the front line, cooks of Canadian regiments on the Italian front are taking a refresher course. Beans and hardtack are a thing of the past as these boys of the kitchen front learn all the latest wrinkles in slapping out a batch of buns. This process is
Nice
called
clean hands.
camouflaging the bully beef. And to the boys in the field, these meat pies are tops. Part of the course was instruction in making improvised ovens from old bricks, gasoline tins, etc. They might not look so hot, but they do the job.
So interesting watching those. Welcome to the Gustav Line, Western Italy en route to Rome. Ancient history, German defensive Gustav Line, Western Apennines, Liri River. The Liri Valley is an area rich with history and dotted with trees. The river valley is rich with water crossing the territory. Aquino is the largest centre in the area. The valley was also the birthplace of St. Thomas Aquinas. A separate section of the Fighting Forces Gum Card series. Okay. The Abbey was officially not part of the German defences, and had both the Vatican and the Allies had been warned by the Germans that they were not using it, and to leave it out of the fighting. Unfortunately, due to the close proximity of the German troops, the Abbey was bombed. Some civilians who survived the bombing, including the abbot, later confirmed the Germans were not using it for military purposes. Yeah, but they were near it. They were kind of using it as like a protective barrier, perhaps. More gum card stuff. The new Garand automatic rifle. Very nice. Okay. So we're going to have double tanks. So what's this? That's artillery. We're definitely going to have some tanks in here. So what's going on here? So their morale is down. Their damage is down. But their attack range is up. So you're going in, and you're going in. Even though your morale is down, I kind of feel like you need to get stuck in. So we've got an option for a sniper snot. So his speed movement is down, his defense is up, his attack range is lowered, 1.45 kilometers. Let's go with the conservative guy because I don't want him to get killed. I've only got 2 snipers. Let's keep them together. Artillery. So the Royal Canadian Horse Artillery are under strength. So we're going with the Royal Canadian. We've got to take them. We have to take them. Right, let's look at this. What are our objectives here? Hold San Angelo and hold Casino. But just these 2 then. We're not interested in anything else. Okay. This operation consists of 2 parts. The first phase of the battle will have your snipers tagging enemies and performing reconnaissance whilst you soften positions up with artillery. The second phase has you support the advance of the 8th Indian Division and Polish 2nd Corps. Their infantry battalions are not under your control. You are to use your tanks and artillery to support them. That's cool. Without your support, the enemy fortifications will not be breached. I wonder how I'm going to track where they are. Due to difficulties in coordinating multiple divisions, you must tag enemy units yourself. You have been provided a sniper unit to do this. Wow. Division strength, 800 to 1500 infantry, 2 to 5 anti-tanks. Wow, that's a lot of anti-tank. And artillery batteries, possible panzers. Expect each fortification marked on the map to be garrisoned. They may have other hidden units along the road. Riverside towns will be very heavily defended. Use your snipers to tag as many enemies as possible. There are 2 routes of advance. Carefully choose which to send your tanks on and which to aid with artillery. Do not engage anti-tank guns with your tanks. Allied unit positions are automatically updated, so watch and follow them carefully. Okay, they're automatically updated. Fair enough.
Calgary Highland snipers reporting for duty. We'll be able. We're at Oscar 5, ready to disrupt enemy lines. Royal Canadian Artillery here. You can call us Baker. We're at Papa 5, ready to drop the hammer.
So we've got artillery here from Baker. The main assault force will arrive soon. Use your snipers to scout along the roads and artillery to soften up enemies. So we're going to have Abel move to this location.
Over the grid, fight, 6.
Let's do it. Start mission.
Move out.
Why does the camera change? I just got myself all set up nicely and then the camera bloody changed. Okay, right. So Abel, we're going to have come here. Do some scouting, hopefully. Probably going to have to come down and move into the... move down here.
Able here. We're here at Mike 6.
Mike 6. Copy that. Abel, move to Juliet 6.
Able here. Roger, moving to.
Abel, move to Juliet 6.
Able here. All right, integrate Juliet 6.
What's this? This looks like a dug-in symbol. Baker, move to Mike 6.
Baker here. Headed to Mike 6.
Going to garrison that. Abel, report location.
Able here. Arrived at Juliet 6.
Still no sight of anything. That's a concern. Abel, move to India 4.
Able here. India. Or it is.
I really think those alerts need to come up on the side here, because they get in the way of the map. Or across the top, that'd be nice if it was across the top. Baker, report location.
Baker, you're at November 5. We're headed to Mike 6. Eagle here. We're here at India. Or.
Yeah, and you said you spotted someone where? Juliet 2. Able, move 2, Golf 6.
Eagle here. Over the grid. Golf 6. The main assault force is about to arrive.
Oh my god, already. Baker, report location.
Baker, you're at November 5. On our way to Mike 6.
Not yet, there yet. Probably should have fired on these guys whilst I
Eagle
was...
here. We can see anti-tank gun at Echo 6.
To that. Here they come. They're firing something. I don't appear to be able to... Oh, that wasn't working for a second. Baker, report location.
Reporting in the school time. We're at 6. Tanks ready to roll.
Charlie, move 2, Kilo 3.
Charlie, Roger. Moving 2, Kilo 3.
Drag the command post object to where you know friendly and enemy troops are, then click the establish command post. Establish a command post to aid your AI infantry when they're in combat. Okay. So here. Here? How do you want me to do this? Oh, like that.
We know the situation on the ground. Let's exploit it.
Baker.
Staff officers are on their way to coordinate our troops.
Baker. That's
Baker,
it.
we're here at Mike 6.
Thank you, Baker. Baker, fire on Echo 6. Fire barrage at Echo 6.
Baker, raining thunder down on Echo 6.
Charlie, report location.
Charlie, we're at 5. We're at Route 2, Kilo 3. Baker, that was a hit. Keep those coordinates coming.
Able, report status.
Able here. We're at Golf 6. We lost visuals on anti-tank gun. Your last team at Tarsa 6. Heading west.
Heading west. Baker, fire barrage at Charlie 6.
Baker, that location is out of range. We'll need a reposition.
Baker, fire barrage at Juliet 2. Able, move to India 4.
Able here. All right, integrate India 4.
Baker, fire barrage at Juliet 2.
Infantry battalion at Casino. Infantry cover barracks 10. I want fire superiority now.
Baker, fire on Mike 2. Baker, fire barrage at Mike 2.
Baker, Roger. Dropping cells on Mike. Backing up the forward command post.
Why are they packing up the forward command post?
Go! Baker, the bombardment was on target.
Charlie, report location. Charlie, Report location.
Charlie, we're at November 3. We're headed to Kilo 3.
Baker. Fire barrage at Juliet 2. Juliet 2. Juliet 2. Damn it.
Baker, raining thunder down on Juliet.
Able. Move to Gulf 6.
Able here, Gulf 6, it is. Able here, we got turned around in all those trees. Baker here, forward observers report that fire mission was successful.
Charlie. Move to Hotel 3.
Charlie here, Hotel 3, it is.
Able. Report status.
Able here, we're lost in that forest. We got turned around. Now I've had him surrounded.
Baker. Fire on. Fire barrage at India 2.
Baker here, Roger. Dropping shells on India.
Able. Report status.
Guys, reporting for duty. We'll be off. We're at Papa, or of some metal beasts that are hungry.
Dog. Move to Juliet 3.
Dog here, it is.
Able. Report location.
Able here, we're lost in that forest.
Able. Head west.
Able here, Roger, head to that west. Able here, you're no longer Bingo. You're left 2 kilometers north and 2 kilometers west. Heading west.
Charlie. Charlie. Report location.
Able here, we're running your tail to premium lane.
Dog. Report location.
Bingo. Dog here, we're at Papa 3 on our way to. Able here, 4.
Able. Move to Gulf 6.
Able here, all right, hit the grand north 6. Able here, cross 6.
Baker. Move to Lima 5.
Baker here, moving to Lima 5.
Baker. Move to India 4.
Baker here, moving to Great India 4.
Need a yellow pencil. Baker. Fire barrage at location 3.
Baker here, Roger, dropping shells on Joel 3. Garages remaining.
3 barrages remaining. I didn't know we had a limit. Able. Move to Gulf 6.
Baker, go here, north, Charlie. Here comes the rain. Veteran, scanner.
Charlie. Move to location 3. Dog. Move to location 3.
Dog here, stay frosty, everyone. Head to casino.
Baker. Move to India 4.
Baker here, Roger, moving to India 4.
Easy. Move to India 6.
Easy here, moving to Grand India 6.
Charlie. Report location.
Charlie, we're at India 3.
Dog. Report location.
Dog here, we're at us.
Able. Report location.
We're at North 6.
Able. Move to Foxtrot 5.
Able here, Foxtrot 5. It is.
Baker. Report location.
Baker here, you're at India 4.
Baker. Fire barrage at location 3.
Baker, coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at Golf 3. Barrages remaining.
Easy, report location. Easy, report location.
We're at India. 7. Oh, Baker, sir. I'm getting reports that did some real damage.
Easy. Fire barrage at Gulf 4. Easy. Fire barrage at Gulf 4.
Coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at Echo 4.
Able. Report location. Able. Report location.
Eagle here. We're at Foxtrot 7.
Able. Report status.
Eagle here. Foxtrot 7. Forward observers report that the fire mission was successful.
Easy. Fire barrage at Delta 6.
Artillery firing at Delta 6.
Baker. Fire barrage at location 3. Cancel. Baker. Fire barrage at location 3.
Hold on, we're not done with our previous barrage.
Able. Move to Foxtrot 5.
Eagle here. Permanent range, Foxtrot 5. Eagle here. Follow back to Baker here. Yeah, that was a direct hit.
Easy. Fire barrage at location 2.
Raining thunder down on
Baker. Fire barrage at location 3.
Baker here. No can do. We're completely out of shells.
Charlie. Report location.
Charlie, you're here.
Dog, report location.
Dog here. We're at hotel. I'm getting reports that did some real damage.
Easy. Fire barrage at location 2.
Coordinates confirmed.
Able. Report location.
3 barrages remaining.
Able. Report location.
Eagle here. We're at Gulf 7.
Able. Move to Gulf 6.
Eagle here. Over the great. Bombardment was on target. Eagle here. We captured Casino.
Capture casino. Fantastic. Dog. Report location. Report location.
Gulf 6.
Dog. Move to location 2.
Dog here. Preparing to assault that Angelo.
Charlie. Hold position.
Charlie here. Vehicles. Pause.
Charlie. Report location.
Charlie here. We're at Hotel 3. Dog here. Place our tanks to run the town.
Charlie. Move to location 2.
Charlie here. Moving out to San Angelo. There's the
Easy. Fire barrage at Echo 4. Fire barrage. Echo 4.
Raining thunder down on Echo 4. 2 barrages remaining.
Able. Report location.
Eagle here. We're at Gulf 6.
Charlie. Report location.
We're at Echo 3. That was a hit. Keep those coordinates coming.
Dog. Report location.
Dog here. Some of the tanks drove off. Gotta go catch them.
Easy. Fire barrage at location 2.
Artillery firing at Delta 7-1. Barrages remaining.
Dog. Report status. Charlie. Report status.
We're engaged at Echo 3.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Foxtrot 4 on our way to San Angelo. Casualties are piling up here.
Easy. Fire barrage at location 1.
Easy here. No can do. We're completely out of shells.
God damn it. Can I get any supplies to these guys? Able, move 2, Foxtrot 5.
Able here. All right. Here they come.
Thanks. Problem. Dog, move 2, Foxtrot 6. Charlie, move 2, Foxtrot 6. Baker, fire barrage at Bravo 3.
Baker, no can do. We're completely out of shells.
Okay. Let's try and get to these tanks somehow. Able, move 2, Bravo 5.
Able here. Over the Greg. Bravo. High. HQ is going forward command post. This will rally and organize units within the vicinity.
No, I should have put it over here. I was trying to move it, I accidentally deployed it again. I don't know quite exactly what I did there. Quite sure how that works.
The operation's nearly over.
Dog, report status. Charlie? Charlie, report status.
Charlie, we're engaged at Echo 6.
Charlie, move 2, location 2. Dog, move 2, location 2.
Oh, here. Everything San Angelo.
Able, report location. Able, report status.
Early and Echo 7, Dog and Echo 6 and Owl and Foxtrot 3 in combat against Falcon and Early 7. We're pressing Able.
Easy. Fire on Bravo, fire barrage at Bravo 8.
No can do.
I was hoping they'd get resupplied. Not much I can do really. Just sit, wait, and hope for the best. It's not looking great, is it? I don't think we've got this location at all. Able, report status.
Able here. We're at Foxtrot 4.
What the hell are they doing all the way back there? Able, move 2, Bravo 6.
Able here. Over the Greg. Bravo 6.
Charlie, report status.
Charlie, we're engaged at Echo 7.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Echo 7. We've suffered explosive casualties. Able here. That's right. Run. The war won't last much longer with battles like that. Your time is up and the operation is over. All units sign up.
I don't know what the deployment of that thing is all about.
Nothing too serious. Baker here. We'll have to give these guns a thorough cleaning after they cool down. Charlie here. Gonna take a while to collect all the IV tanks. Dog here. Spread out and search for survivors. Easy here. We'll have to give these guns a thorough cleaning after they cool down.
Damn it. Not bad. I kind of had some idea of what was going on. Hold San Angelo, yes. And the other one, yes. Just by the skin of one's teeth, I'd say. Oh, who shall I give a medal to? It's got to be the artillery, isn't it? Exhausted, under strength, severely under strength, yeah. We got some problems. We lost these units. Once they're wiped out, they're gone. Oh no, that's them. Oh, cool. So the only ones who survived were Hyena, that's a bit annoying, Falcon and Bear. Not bad. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's see how much I got right and how much I got wrong. I do not understand this thing.
HQ here, sending officers to establish a forward CP.
I could deploy it in the replay. I'm sure that's a bug.
Additional coordination and leadership.
Sure, that's a bug. Additional coordination and leadership. That's interesting. So I had my snipers come up to an advanced position, then I brought the artillery up as close as I dared. I could have brought them up closer, and I probably should have done.
HQ here, backing up the forward command post.
HQ packing up the forward command post. Doesn't last for very long, does it? And here comes the attack. Oh, there were units there. I had no idea. Tanks there.
HQ here, the forward command post can now be deployed.
Anti-tank. Anti-tank. Oh, I tell you what, I was lucky because I sent our units over here, and I assume these infantrymen destroyed that. I think we actually put a barrage on there, didn't we? We did. We put a barrage on there just in time, though they did get away.
HQ here, we know the situation on the ground. Let's exploit it. Staff officers are on their way to coordinate our troops.
This is definitely not how that's meant to work. I'm not supposed to be able to do that in the replay, but whatever. Lessons learnt. That's new. I didn't even know that existed in the game, so that's quite interesting. I'll utilise that better in the future.
HQ here, that'll have to do for now. Expanding forward command post.
Well, that anti-tank gun has come all the way around the back. He's moved really far. Interesting. I feel like perhaps I should have done more with the sniper unit. There's no way to tell them to hold fire, which is a bit frustrating, but overall we're okay, I think. So we discovered the artillery at just the right time, and we took them out, I think, straight away. Certainly weakened them. Of 30, so we took half of them out. There we go, there's the anti-tanks gone. I should have sent the tanks in then, but I didn't realise, to be honest. Didn't realise the tanks were there, that's for sure. Able struggled to get in position, I think, quite a lot of the time. We pushed them right back, didn't we? All the way up to location 1 here, which is covered by this. Oh, I can move that. I didn't even know I could do that. Yep. All these things I'm learning. Look at this. Doesn't quite fit over that properly. That's okay. I can turn that light on and off, just not this one.
HQ here, going forward command post. This will rally and organize units within the vicinity.
I wonder if it makes any difference to the results. Probably not. But yes, overall,
HQ here, time's almost up. Remember your objectives.
see, look, we got a tick for that a minute ago, and now it's telling us that we didn't do it. I'm sure I saw that bug earlier in one of the other missions as well. Which one is San Angelio? Yeah, okay, this one. I don't think I did hold that. So I was surprised when we got double clicks. Anyway, oh my gosh. Okay, let's go at 10 times speed. I don't think there's any way I can quit this. I didn't actually mean to start it. Right, okay, so yeah, again I'm going to have to look back at the videos and see whether or not I did take the town, because it kind of almost looks like I did, to be honest, but whatever. The Maple Leaf. The Maple Leaf newspaper office in Italy, a cartoonist, writer's edition, typesetting, printing, distribution, Canadian Army newsreel number 32.
To the Canadians in the Italian front lines, this is the story of the most important newspaper in the world. During the long, wearisome trek through Sicily and up the spine of Italy, news was irregular. Canadians had to content themselves with what they could get from American or British Army newspapers and letters from home. At the start of this year, however, permission was secured to found an all-Canadian sheet, a paper of, by, and for Canadian troops, one which would bring news of their own front, as well as stories of their comrades in other theaters of action, home news, and general items on the conduct of the war. A staff was gathered together from the various field units in Italy and from Canadian base reinforcement group. All these servicemen had held positions on newspapers in the various parts of the Dominion before the war. Presses were commandeered from the Italians. An American linotype machine was unearthed. The casting machine and the stereotype were made in Germany for Italian pre-war use. The operators had a difficult time getting used to this strange collection of foreign equipment. Canadian ingenuity triumphed after much study and application. Liaison with the American paper Stars and Stripes and the British paper the Union Jack brought newsprint from a big pool. The editorial officers moved into the same building as the other two sheets near Naples. News sources were lined up. All the machinery of a big newspaper commenced functioning. The Maple Leaf rose off the presses. It is important that a Maple Leaf should be available to every soldier from front lines to base areas. The circulation department attends to this important job. Not only do they keep track of the movements of all units day by day, but they see that the paper reaches the reader the same day it is printed, while the headlines are still news. This gigantic task is handled by a staff under the direction of a well-known Dominion newspaperman. Trucks move the bundles of papers to a nearby airfield. A transport plane carries them up to an advanced landing ground. They are transshipped by lorry to the field post office just behind the lines. The shipment is sorted by Postal Corps clerks and is loaded on the various ration runs. Then, by unit arrangement, the papers are distributed to each soldier in the front lines. On forward gun position or on the now peaceful streets of Naples, the publication is available. The Canadian soldier may read the latest war news, see baseball scores, or laugh at cartoons. He knows what goes on the same as his family at home. His brothers-in-arms devote their talents to bringing him news, hot news, published by Canada's fighting man's paper, the Maple Leaf.
So cool watching stuff like that, seeing people in the background. It's, I don't know, is it staged? You know, were they given the papers and told to read? Was it part of the propaganda, or was it really like that? Who knows? Very difficult to tell. Breaking the line. May 11th, 1944, the German troops had heavily fortified the area as it formed a bottleneck and was a direct route to Rome. The defensive system consisted of pillboxes, tank turrets, and heavy use of barbed wire and minefields. Although small victories did happen, this fortification was able to hold throughout the winter. The Canadians moved to the location in late April and began assisting the Allies in their efforts. The tag, which would typically have been pinned to the tunic, indicated that Lieutenant Sams was being evacuated to England from 10th Canadian General Hospital with a slight leg wound. Disposal tag, AFW 3083 revised. Lieutenant Joseph Sams, Royal Hamilton Light Infantry, 13th of September 1944. So we're nearing the end of the war there. Well, nearing. Prisoners of war captured between Gustav and Hitler's lines. Private W. Sutherland, to the left, of the Westminster Regiment Motor Group, and Private V.A. Keddy of the Cape Breton Highlanders repacking compo rations at a supply depot in Cassino, Italy, 18th of April 1944. They look pretty happy, enjoying their jobs. Nice to be off the front line, no doubt. Corporal G.F. Whiteman in the Underground Signals Office of the 3rd Field Regiment Royal Canadian Artillery, RCA, near Cassino, Italy, 12th of May 1944. The year for Canucks in Italy was one of tough fighting. Yes, indeed. Oh, actually, is this one of the... see, there's no thing popping up so you can turn the pages on this one. Alrighty. Gustav Line, free to play, has been unlocked. The Hitler Line, here we go. Squadron, shoot, reconnaissance unit, play.
The Recce Regiment does the same duties of reconnaissance and protection that the divisional cavalry did in the days of horses. If it runs into light opposition during an advance, its job is to clear it out of the way. The carriers of the Princess Louise Dragoon Guards, 1st Div Recce Unit, come into action. Their job is to clear the enemy from his strong point. A Recce squadron has plenty of firepower. Mortar, crump, and heavy small arms fire keep the enemy's head down, while the assault troops move up for the final assault. Taken, the way is clear for the screen of armored cars and carriers to move forward again and sweep the countryside.
Interesting. I must say that did look a little staged. I'm sure it was. Not. Welcome to the Hitler Line. Western Italy, en route to Rome. Ancient history, German defensive Hitler Line, Western Alpines, Liri Valley. This heavily entrenched line of defence featured a deadly series of turrets on well-built concrete bases with living quarters for troops underneath. The turrets were armed with anti-tank guns and positioned around them were machine guns, supported by slit trenches and other earthworks. In front and scattered at key points were a deadly array of mines. This sounds seriously difficult. Canadian forces advancing from the Gustav Line to the Hitler Line. Major General B.M. Hofmeister briefing officers of the 5th Canadian Armoured Division prior to the advance on the Hitler Line, Italy, 13th May 1944. Corporal Joe Babcock on the left, talking with Private Herb Thompson, both of the Canadian Provost Corps, at Provost Detachment Headquarters before starting his nightly motorcycle patrol of Teo Minor, Italy, December 1943. Sergeants W. McCowan and S.R. Force, both of the Canadian Provost Corps, TPC, Taormina, Italy, CA, 23rd, 24th November 1914, or circa 23rd, 24th of November 1943. The messages from Generals Alexander and Leese were sent to the troops at the end of the period of bitter fighting in Italy In the weeks that followed, Allied troops with the Canadians in reserve would continue the advance, eventually capturing Rome in June 1944. Soldiers of the Allied armies in Italy from H.R. Alexander, General Commander-in-Chief, Allied Armies in Italy, May 1944. Personal message from the Army Commander, Lieutenant General Olivier Lys, May 1944. Shame you can't zoom in on that. Tricky to read. Trooper L.M. Kirkwood, formerly of the 7th 11th Hussars, and driver of a Sherman tank of the 5th Canadian Armoured Division, 2 miles east of the Hitler Line, Italy, 23rd of May, 1944. Okay. What can we upgrade on these guys? Just 1 point available. Okay. The rifles, what have they got? Point available. Increase their attack range. First Hussars. 10% damage. Improve sights. .4 kilometer sight range. To be honest with you, I think more damage. Find them and do more damage. The horse tanks, more damage. Engineers, 30% mine clearing speed. That's good. Artillery. Oh my god. Creeping barrage, 100% barrage blast radius. Note, this will hit your units too. I think we've got to do it. And then be very careful with it. Let's go trajectory corrections. Make them more effective. Oh, have they got 2 points? Do it. I can't have more points, surely not. 1 point left. 2 additional shells. My goodness me. These guys did very well, did they not? 3 command points, 3 upgrade points. Everybody else normally gets 1 and they had like 4 or something. It was crazy. Right, sniper slot. Let's do this one at a time here. Start with the snipers. So, he's exhausted. So we'll be taking Princess Patricia snipers. Engineer slot. Rugged. Let's do it. Let's go with the rugged guys. Infantry slots now. Look at their morale. Like 100, nearly 200%. So them, and yes, the bold guys, because this is gonna be tough. Tank slots, okay, tank slots. Rugged, and their experience is 100 of 100%, so they've got to come. They're reliable. Artillery next. They're under strength, but I need them big time. I don't understand why they're under strength. They must have taken some damage at some point, I guess. Right, what have we got to do here? Hold Pontecarovo, Covarvera, and hold Aquino. Let's see here. The entrance to the Liri River Valley is now open, but we are faced with an even more formidable defensive line. Named after Hitler himself, the Hitler Line is composed of concrete bunkers, barbed wire, minefields, and powerful anti-tank turrets. Can't say that word. The first part is nighttime preparation for the main attack. Engineers will clear minefields leading up to the enemy defences. You are also given snipers to identify enemy units. The main assault force will arrive once the sun rises using the combined arms of infantry, tanks and artillery. You have until the sun sets to break through. This will require careful coordination of artillery and all-out assaults. Do not hesitate to call in reserves. I always forget that we have reserves. Never remember that, ever, ever, ever. So busy trying to deal with what I've got, I never think to bring in the reserves. Right, Pontecorvo and Aquino. Both of these, basically. What's this thing in the middle? It's rather problematic. Oh, my battery's about to die. Blast. I'm going to have to charge my battery and come back in a second. Sorry, guys. Alrighty, here we go. Aquino and Pontecorvo. We got until basically till morning. We got a couple of exhausted teams, but I'm feeling confident. No, obviously I'm not. And what have I done wrong? Their morale is 0. So can I just not take them? Oh, I see. There's a couple of extra. Oh, I didn't see those down at the bottom. All right, trigger happy. Go trigger happy and popular. Let's do it.
Princess Patricia, Cyrus, reporting for duty. Will be able. We're at Charlie. 3, elite marksman at your service. Loyal Canadian engineers, here. You can call us Baker. We're at Ignataro. See something filter blown up? Engineers, got you covered.
So Alpha are my snipers, and they've infiltrated the enemy. So basically, I need to get to high ground. So start the mission.
Roger. Mission is a go.
Not sure what that's all about. Not sure what that's all about, I'll be honest with you. Able, move 2, Golf 2.
Able here, headed to Golf 2.
Baker, move 2, Kilo 9. Baker, move 2, Kilo 9.
Baker to Kilo 9. Get in. Able here, we've spotted artillery at Golf 2.
Roger that. What?
Able here, snipers opening fire.
What are they opening fire on? Able. Report status.
Able here, we're engaged at Echo 3. We're fighting alligator at Golf 2. Everyone is still combat ready.
Why? Why? Able. Retreat.
Able here, Roger, falling back.
Why are they doing
Baker
that?
here, we've arrived at Kilo 9.
Okay, so that's a good start. See here. Baker, move 2, Kilo 6.
Baker here, moving to Great Kilo 6.
If I can get this hill, that'd be rather useful for us.
Baker here, hold position, engineers. We've entered a hostile minefield. We'll start clearing it, but it'll take a while. And we can't do it while fighting or moving.
Okay, move this bloody thing out of the way. Baker, report location. Baker, report location.
Baker here, you're at Kilo 7.
Yep, move this bloody thing out of the way. That minefield has been cleared. It's good. Able, report location.
Able here, we're at Charlie 3.
Able. Able, move 2, Delta 4.
Able here, Roger, moving. Baker here, this is a mine-free zone.
Good. Baker, report status.
Baker here, you're at Kilo 7.
Good. Baker, move 2, Kilo 6.
Able here, you're here at Delta 4.
Able, move to Echo 4.
Able here, headed to.
Baker.
Able here.
Able, move to Echo 4.
Pontecorvo, it is. Able here, going to grid Echo 4.
What was that?
Able here, got eyes on alligator and go.
Anti-tank at Pontecorvo. Okay, thank you. Able, report status.
Able here, we're at Echo 4. We've spotted anti-tank guns and Pontecorvo. Got a visual on alligator and go to.
Able, move to Foxtrot 5.
Able here, Roger, moving to Foxtrot 5.
Baker, move to Kilo 6.
Baker here, Juliet 6. Hit him, weapons free. But try not to reveal our position.
Able, retreat.
Able here, no need to tell us twice. Got eyes on alligator and go to.
They keep
Baker
just...
here, we're here at Juliet 6.
You're at Juliet 6? Oh, actually, that's not too bad, is it? Able, move to Hotel 5.
Able here, all right. Heading to the trenches at Hotel 5. Baker here, got the cover! Where are those shells coming from?
Baker, retreat.
Baker here, there's no enemies to retreat from.
You just got... Baker, move to India 6.
Able here, there. Enemies in the open. Take them down.
Able, report status.
Able here, we're engaged at Delta 4. Compass again. Cheetah and Echo 5. We're fresh and able.
Able, retreat.
Able here, we're leaving. Make sure no one gets left behind. Baker here, get down! We're being shelled from an unknown position.
Baker, move to Mike 6.
Baker here, all right, heading to Grand Mike 6.
There's someone over here who's got visual on this area. Don't know who yet. Able, report status.
Able here, we're at Charlie 3.
Able, move to Bravo 6.
Able here, headed to Bravo 6.
Okay. Deploy reserve. Infantry.
HQ here, reserve infantry, coming right up. Royal Remington Infantry, reporting in as the call sign. Item, we're at Oscar 8. Boots on the ground, win wars.
Baker, report status.
Baker here, we're at Kilo 7. We're en route to Pike 6. We've suffered moderate casualties.
Understood. I'm going to clear this area and then bring some units up here. I'm going to try and use this as much as we can. Able, report status.
Able here, we're at Charlie 3. We're headed to Bravo 6.
Baker, report status.
Baker here, we're at Pike 6. We're running close to half strength.
Baker, move to Oscar 6.
Baker here, Oscar 6. Get in.
I'm going to try and clear this area.
Arrived at Oscar 6.
Baker, move to Mike 7.
Baker here, moving to grid Mike 7.
What does that say? Item. Item. Move to Mike 6.
Item here, Roger, moving to Mike 6.
Able, report status.
Able here, we're at Charlie 3, on our way to Bravo 6.
You're taking your sweet time about it.
Baker here, we're here at Mike 7.
Baker, move to Mike 3.
Baker here, alright, heading to grid Mike 3.
Item, report status.
Item here, we're at November 7. We're en route to Mike 6.
This whole area is being patrolled by these guys.
We started clearing the minefield. I want safe paths marked out ASAP. The main
they're
assault
aiming
force is
there.
about to arrive. Able here, retreating out of the AO. Good luck to the rest of you.
Able retreating out of the AO.
We're done our part, leaving the mission area.
Great, they're off as well. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna need a drink. Smoke. What's this? Nothing.
Item here, arrived at Mike 6. C4 Highlanders Infantry, reporting for duty.
The engineers and snipers have fallen back. You have until the sun sets to break through. Remember, you give orders whilst the game is paused.
Royal Canadian Regiment Infantry here. You can call us Dog. We're at Mike 9. Everyone be careful, and let's get the job done.
This is bad.
Grenadier Guards tank. Reporting in as call sign easy. We're at Papa 7. Heavy cavalry, raring to go. 10. Reporting for duty.
Very
We'll
bad.
be fast. We're at Oscar 9. Tank squadron fueled up and ready to move out. Royal Canadian Artillery here. You can call us George. We're at Papa 8.
Item, move to Mike 3.
Item here, headed to Mike 3. Royal Canadian Horse Artillery, reporting in as the call sign. Oh, we're at Papa 9, ready for action.
I don't know if there's mines here, but I'm going to risk it. How? Move to Lima 7. Lima 7. Move to. How? Move to Lima 7. How? Move to Lima 7. Yeah, I knew it was a bloody minefield. What are these guys? They're infantry. So basically they didn't clear the mines in time. Didn't really understand what was going on. Now I do understand what's going on. It's too bloody late. George, move to Mike 5.
George here, Mike 5.
Item, report status.
Item here, we're at Mike 5. Yeah, still in this minefield.
Okay then. George, move to Mike 6.
George here, moving to grid Mike 6.
Item, move to November 5.
Item here, Roger, moving to November 5.
What the hell's going on? Dog, move to Kilo 9.
Dog here, headed to
Fox, move to Kilo 9. How? Move to Kilo 9. How? Move to. How? Move to. Move to. Move to. Report status. How? How? Report status.
Out here, we're at fight. 8. We suffer moderate casualties. 3. Barrages remaining.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Kilo 7. We're heading to Lima 1.
You're heading to Lima 1. Dog, move 2. Mike, Kilo 9.
Dog here. Got eyes on infantry at Juliet 3.
Oh man. It really doesn't help when they get all muddled up like this.
They're in that trench line. Supposed to get some grenades in there.
The information coming in is getting over other information coming in.
Juliet 3. Everyone is still combat ready.
How? Fire barrage at Dingo. Juliet 3. Nothing is working right now.
Out here. Roger. Thomas, count on Juliet
Dog,
3.
report location.
Barrages remaining.
Dog, report location.
Dog here. We're at Juliet 4.
Dog, dig in.
Dog here. Grab these shovels, boys. We're digging in.
George, report location.
George here. You're dog here. They're running with their tails between.
Item, report location.
Item here. We're at November 5. Out here. Forward observers report that fire mission was successful.
Item, move to November 4.
Item here. Roger. Move it to November 4.
Get out of the map. Stupid place to put that information.
Item here. We walk into a damn minefield. No!
Another one. Item, move to Oscar 5.
Item here. All right. Integrate Oscar 5. Dog. That's right. Run, you coward.
Dog. Dog, report status.
No longer seen. Engage at Juliet 3. We're fighting Indigo at Juliet 1. Fight isn't going well. Dog here.
George,
That's the last of them packed.
fire barrage at Juliet 1. Juliet 1. George, fire barrage at Juliet 1. Clear.
Dog here. You lost sight of Dingo.
George, fire barrage at Juliet 1.
We are heading right for them.
Clear. Clear.
George here. Artillery firing at Juliet 1.
Easy. Move 2, Mike 3.
Easy here. Headed to Mike 3.
Item, report location. Report location. Item, report location.
Item here. We're at Oscar 5. George here. That's easy here. Whoa. Was that a mine? Call him. Hold up.
Item, move 2, Oscar 2.
Item here. Over the grid. Oscar 2.
Easy, report location.
Easy here. We're at Oscar 4.
Fox, report location. Report location.
Found it here. We're at Kilo 9.
Charlie, report location.
Starling here. We're at Oscar 7.
Dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Juliet 2. On our way to Juliet 1. Got a few wounded, but nothing serious. Got a visual on. We can see Indigo at Lima 1. Heading southwest.
At where? Lima 1. Dog,
Dog here. Stay in the trenches and keep your head down.
dog, report status.
Dog here. We're at Juliet. In combat against Indigo at Kilo 2. Our unit mostly intact, but they've got the upper hand.
George, fire barrage at Kilo 2.
George here. Coordinates confirmed. Firing barrage at Kilo.
Easy, move 2, Kilo 3.
Easy here. Roger, moving to Kilo 3. George here. I don't see any of them moving. I think those enemy infantry are toast.
George. Fire barrage at India 3.
George here. Yeah, that was a direct dog here.
Dog. Dig in.
Boys, this might save your life. HQ here, sending officers to establish a forward CP. Units in the AO will receive significant benefits from additional coordination and leadership.
Fox. Report location.
Dawn here. We lost visuals on Eagle. They were last seen at Gulf 3, heading southwest.
Dog. Move to location 2.
Dawn here. Roger. Garrisoning Aquino.
Easy. Move to location 2.
Easy here. Consider Aquino to be ours.
Item. Report location.
Item here. We're at Oscar. Go. Easy here. This is too much. We're retreating out of the minefield. Dawn here. Get to cover. Where are those shells coming from?
Item. Go away. Item. Report 2. Move to India 1.
Item here. Headed to India 1.
George. Fire barrage at Gulf 3.
George here. Raining thunder down on Gulf.
Hal. Report fire barrage at Gulf 2. Hal. Fire barrage. Fire barrage. Fire barrage.
Hal here. Artillery firing at Gulf 2. Barrage is remaining. George here. Enemy artillery batteries out of commission. George here.
Dog. Dig in.
Dog here. Foxhole. Coming right up.
Item. Report location. Fox. Report location.
HQ here. Attacking up the forward command post.
Fox. Report location.
Alpha here. We are at Kilo 9.
Fox. Move to Hotel 8.
Fox here. All right. Heading to Grid Alpha Hotel 8. It is.
Item. Report status.
Item here. We're at Oscar 3. We're still in the town minefield. Fox here. We got hit by something.
Item. Move to Lima 1.
Item here. Roger. Moving to Lima 1.
Charlie. Move to India 8.
Starling here. India 8. It is.
Deploy reserve. Infantry.
HQ here. Deploying reserve infantry. Dog here. Hope these foxholes are enough to keep us alive.
Dog. Report status.
Dog here. We're at Aquino. We're running close to half strength.
Item. Move to location 2.
Item here. Garrisoning Aquino.
Easy. Report location.
Easy here. We're at Mike 4.
Where? Easy. Report location.
Easy here. We're at Mike 4.
The hell are you doing there?
Time's almost up. Remember your objectives.
Easy. Move to Hotel 5.
Can now be deployed. Easy here. All right. Heading to the trenches at Hotel 5.
Jig. Move to location 3.
Stay frosty, everyone. Heading to Pontecorvo. Out here. Morgan confirmed. Iron barrage at Echo 6-1. Barrage is remaining. George here. Roger. Dropping cells on Echo 6-1. Barrage is remaining.
Charlie. Move to location 3.
Starling here. Moving out.
Jig. Move to location 3.
Preparing to install.
Fox. Move to location 3.
Here. You can count on us to capture Pontecorvo. Out here. Hold on. We're not done with our previous barrage. George here. Still can't do. We're completely out of shell.
Item. Report status.
Item here, we're at November 3. We're en route to Aquino. Taking minor casualties. Yeah, still in this minefield.
Box. Report status.
We're at India 8. We're heading. Item here, this is too much. We're retreating out of the minefield. We've walked into a damn minefield. Nobody move.
How's there a minefield there? Jig. Report location.
We're at India 8.
So they're both there. Brilliant. Alright, let's go. Box, move to Hotel 6. Jig, move to India 6.
Hold up. This looks like a minefield. How should we proceed?
Jig, move to India 9. Fox, move to Hotel 9.
Startling here. The enemy's falling back in mass. Looks like we won. HQ here to have the raft. All units dig in.
That was terrible. Kind of stitched up at the beginning there because
Able here. That was a battle. Training missions for Hunter. Baker here. We took some losses and we'll need some time to rest.
that was a disaster.
Here. Didn't take us crap.
Yeah, well done, Charlie.
That was a tough battle, but we're still combat ready. Easy here. This is embarrassing, but we still have no idea where we are. That was a tough battle, but we are still combat ready. George here. Artillery battery still operational. Where's our next target? Owl here. Want to get these guns a thorough cleaning after they cool down. Item here. More than half the unit are casualties. Satellite meeting. Nothing too serious.
So we had some serious issues there, some serious mistakes. The voice recognition thing is really not working very well at all. That definitely needs some work. But at the end of the day, what really stitched me up was that my snipers kept engaging. Whether that was them engaging or them being engaged, I don't know. But to be honest with you, that's the first time I've had snipers behind enemy lines, and I had until daylight. It said I had until daylight to search the area, and my clock said 2 p.m. So I thought I had hours of time, and it turns out I didn't at all. So I mean, that's really quite frustrating. A few issues this game has, but I tell you what, it's got bags of potential, and if they can just get that voice recognition working better and iron out the bugs that there are here, there and everywhere, then this is going to be an absolutely superb game, especially with the ability to create maps and stuff. Infantry, how many do they have? 2 tanks, didn't see any. Artillery 1, anti-tank guns 2. Snipers, didn't see any. Scouts, didn't see any. Engineers, didn't see any. I think I'm miles off with this. Yeah, it was 4. Okay. So we achieved one thing. We didn't lose any units completely. We wiped out dingo and bear and eagle and alligator. So we did some good. Again, this is my first ever playthrough, so I'm still learning as I'm playing here. It's not like I've been playing it already for days and now I'm pretending I don't know what I'm doing. I actually don't know what I'm doing. KIA 53, MIA 21, wounded 106. That's the mines. That's the problem with mines. Plus, I had a reserve. I'm sure I had a reserve engineer unit, didn't I? Maybe I didn't, but I couldn't call them up. Bit tricky. Bit of a tricky situation. All right, let's do what we always do. Let's look at the replay and see how many miles off I was. It was quite a few miles off, I think. Go for it. Show me where I went wrong. Show me where it all went wrong. Oh, there, right at the beginning. So I suppose what I need to think about, especially with the snipers, is that each square is a kilometre and they can see 1.4 kilometres, is it? Let me just see here. .75 so they can see 2 squares. So in future I'm going to remain 2 squares away from whatever it is I want to look at. That would make more sense. Well, not quite 2 squares, but nearly. So we got absolutely trounced there. So they didn't have any snipers. I thought they did. They had a unit stationed in the barracks down at Hotel 5, is that? Get this bloody thing out of the way. Hotel 5, was it? Yeah. So that's how they saw us here. The problem with the engineers, of course, is you can't exactly walk straight up to the objective. So you can only clear mines so far. Like, for example, Pontecorvo, if they placed mines at Foxtrot 8, you can't exactly walk up there. Unless, well, I was going to say, unless the cover of darkness gives you some sort of, look, 2:03, 1 o'clock? Hang on, that's counting down. Why is it counting down? Oh, is this how many minutes I have? I thought that was the time. Oh, you buffoon. So where's the time then? How do I know what the time is? Well, that explains that. I've learned a really important lesson there. This clock is a timer, not a clock. I was totally mistaken. That does explain a lot. And Dog, what the hell Dog was doing there, I don't know. I certainly didn't intend to send Dog up there, but actually that's the most successful move of the entire mission, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? The mistake I made by sending Dog there actually worked in our favour considerably. So that's interesting. So maybe you just need to take the stance that it's you know, just go for it. So they said they were engaged Juliet 1, so we got 2 units over here now. Pretty sure I hit them with artillery again. The Dingo were there, and then they moved to here. Now I drop a... yeah. So that really paid off, that one. Totally obliterated them. Item Company just having an absolute bloody nightmare. That was another good artillery strike. That totally decimated these guns over here. Bit of a gamble because I couldn't actually see them. And then I think we focused over here on this. And we could have taken it, but for the fact that there were all these mines down this road and we just couldn't get through. To be honest with you, I don't know what I could have done about that. I really don't. So not a perfect mission, but lots of learning going on. AIA, Private, Corporal, Sergeants, Staff Sergeant. Captain, Bruce Graham, MIA. Oh, that's the... yeah, that's the one we just did. Oh, hang on. That means I thought I was getting better and better with each mission. Actually, I'm getting worse. 14 lost, 19 lost, 23 lost, 38 lost. Whoa. Whoa. 187 lost. Wow, that was a bad mission. $228 lost. And 40. Only 40 lost in this one. So actually, that's a dramatic improvement over what I have been doing. Lost 549, 322 MIA in total. It's intense, isn't it? Canadians smash Hitler line. The 8th Army joins the 5th Army at Leary River Valley to attack the Hitler line, moving forward with tanks, equipment, and on foot. Excuse me. Wreckage caused by the German artillery, prisoners from the Nazi elite corps, the 1st German Parachute Division, and the 9th Panzer Grenadiers. Soldiers walk through the ruins of Soprano, move out on the roads. Canadian Army Newsreel number 33. Let's take a look.
Meanwhile, on the Italian front, the fair countryside of the Leary Valley, in all its early summer bloom, is the setting for a crushing drive aimed at the very heart of occupied Italy. The 8th Army has been moved secretly from the Adriatic flank to join the 5th Army. They swing into a frontal attack on German fortified positions, sweeping through them to within sight of the formidable Hitler line. Here, Canadian 8th Army units fight together for the first time in this campaign as a Canadian Corps. They strike the blow which opens the second phase of the war in Italy. Battle-hardened warriors of the Dominion, fighting inch by inch as they move doggedly forward, spearhead the attack on Kesselring's last fixed lines of defense in southern Italy. Preceded by a withering barrage from massed artillery and covered by the full might of our Mediterranean Air Force, the Canadian Corps moves into the deep maze of concrete pillboxes, wire and tank traps, which is the Hitler line. Bearing on their shoulders the burden of a vital mission, Canadian tankmen form part of a special task force. They meet stiff opposition from crack enemy troops. Biting into the line to a depth of 5 miles in relentless close combat, a wide breach is made, allowing our full force to stream through. Named after the misguided maniac whose minions built it, this impregnable wall was going to halt the advance of the Allied armies. Sledgehammer blows from Canadian armor and infantry cracked it wide open. Prisoners move back in hundreds, the crack troops who tried to withstand our blows. Men of the Nazi elite corps, the 1st German Parachute Division, the 19th Panzer Grenadiers. They've met more than their match. There is no halt to our steamroller advance. Pouring up the Leary Valley, the next strong point to be overwhelmed is Caprano. Important as a vital road junction, Caprano is taken after a stiff assault. Before the engineers can throw up bridges, 2 companies of an Ontario battalion ford the fast-flowing stream to be first in the town. Only 30 Germans are left to dispute the entry. They lie among the ruins. With the backbone of enemy defense broken, with the 5th Army troops cutting all southern highways from their Anzio beachhead, and with Kesselring's 10th Army in full retreat, it's a war of movement, and fast movement. Canadians, chasing ragged enemy remnants, straddle Highway 6 on the way to the capital. Ahead, the shining towers of Rome beckon them on. A last bitter skirmish of armored units and the Allied armies are in possession of the Eternal City. The enemy is suddenly gone from the places for which a few hours before he had been fighting with the greatest savagery. Rome, that ancient ruler of the world, takes her liberators to her ample bosom. Mercifully spared the horrors of large-scale bombardment, her people are in a delirium of joy. They welcome the victors with flowers and smiles while guns still roar close by. The first enslaved capital of Nazi oppression has been liberated. Once more, the ancient forum is full of gaiety and happy throngs. Never again will it resound to the hysterical ranting of power-mad gangsters. The Allied armies will drive forward, forward until all Italy is free, all Europe is liberated from the heel of the tyrant, forward to victory and freedom and peace.
I love those newsreels. It seems to me also that whenever you see a man talking to one of the women, they're always chatting each other up. You see the eye contact? You don't get that kind of eye contact these days. At least I don't. Operation Chesterfield. The objective of the operation was the daunting task of breaking the Hitler line. Repeated attacks by multiple forces on several parts of the line did not yield results, and many Canadians lost their lives. The idea was to start the attack with a creeping barrage of artillery the morning of May 23rd. Despite the plan, the coordination of units along the difficult front proved very challenging. The 2nd Brigade had a rough start with the Patriciers and Seaforths becoming lost in the large oak forest. The 78th Division was also unable to neutralise the German positions held in Aquino, resulting in heavy casualties on the Canadian flank, and their tank support ran into anti-tank minefield. This is actually giving me a report on what I did, isn't it? I wasn't sure if it was or not, but I mean, that's pretty much exactly what we just achieved or failed to achieve. The 3rd Brigade managed to break the line even without tank support thanks to their reconnaissance missions, intelligence and good use of artillery barrage. The main objective of the assault then focused on this break, and artillery switched to shelling Aquino in order to protect the Canadian flank. The 2nd Brigade was relieved by the 1st inside the defence near Pontecarovo, and the line was effectively broken by day's end. May 23rd marked the bloodiest day for Canadian casualties of the Italian campaign, suffering almost 900 wounded and dead, more than half being from the 2nd Brigade. Holy Chesterfields. The Canadian infantrymen examining an earth-in-place German 88mm anti-tank gun in the Hitler line near Aquino, Italy. May 25th, 1944. Interesting. Look at that. Dug into the ground. Bloody hell. Lieutenant Robert O. Campbell of the Canadian Army Film and Photo Unit near the Hitler line, Italy, 23rd May 1944. Lieutenant R.O. Campbell left of the Canadian Army Film and Photo Unit and Corporal H.H. Malbury with a movie camera mounted on the turret of a Sherman tank near the Hitler line, Italy, 23rd May 1944. Personal message from the Army Commander. The messages from the Generals Alexander and Leese were sent to the troops at the end of the period of bitter fighting in Italy. In the weeks that followed, Allied troops with the Canadians in reserve would continue the advance. I'm sure I've read that already. Troopers of the Governor-General's Horse Guards displaying distinctive haircuts before the advance on Hitler line, Italy, 26th May 1944. Wow. This gentleman here seems to have a scar down this side of his head. Do you think that's why he doesn't have the full circle? Do you think it's something else? Who knows? Guess we'll never know. Let's continue. So, Hitler Line free-to-play has been unlocked, which is cool. And we can now go back. Completed. And, yeah, we've got a little green icon thing there, but we don't have one for this one, which is strange. Not sure exactly why. So all that's left is Normandy 1944. Obviously, there's going to be a much bigger, much harder mission. So, yeah, this should be a lot of fun. I think I've learnt a lot of lessons. Actually have a pretty good understanding of the game now. Hopefully I can put that to good use and have a really good final battle. Let's hope. Thanks for watching. Take care. Join me for the next one. Till then, bye for now.